y'all can hear me. I don't know what's up with my mic.
We carve away our worries light, wood and smoke in tranquil night, roach clips dangling dreams in flight, Grumpy's carving feels just right. The wood spirits sing their song in this world where you belong. Odds and ends, they can't go wrong. Smile wide as we go along. Let the smoke rise, let cares drift by. Let the wood show you the sky. Carve your troubles, let them fly. Feel the peace you can't deny.
Let's see. All right.
In the soft grain, find escape. Round the edge and carve your shape. When the world begins
All right, I'm gonna
to
unhook my mic,
shake,
plug it
your
up to my
heart
phone
can
for a
find
minute,
some
and make sure it
space.
don't need to
Likes
update,
and
and make sure it's
subscribes, a
all
small
turned up properly
request.
on my app.
Join us
I'll be
in
right
this
back on
wood
my microphone,
ingest.
but I'm still
With
here.
each swipe we feel our best. Ease the burdens on our chest. Let the smoke rise, let cares drift by. Let the wood show you the sky. Carve your troubles, let them fly. Feel the peace you can't deny.
Ooh, let's see if it got any louder. All right, does it sound any better? Hopefully. I don't know why my audio has just dropped like it has. Good morning, Dad. Good morning, Natalie.
Grumpy's hands work through the grain, carving tales to numb the pain. Each clip speaks where words don't flow, healing scars they'll never show. Out of my head I find my peace, shaping the wood as burdens release. Each glowing piece
I have to play with that today. I gotta figure that out. It is literally, I have it wide open. I have the little audio mixer slider for OBS set wide open, and didn't have to do that. A couple of weeks ago it was set normal. So I don't understand what we got going there.
Chronic pain fades into night. The chips may fall, but we stand tall. Bandaged souls we heal.
Hey, good morning, Josh.
Grit and patience mark the way through the shadow into day. Out of my head,
I was, let's say, highly herbally medicated. that helped a lot. But I was nervous, I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous, bad nervous. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I guess I was a little more, not in my head, but almost in my head.
Grumpy's laid-back masterpiece brings carved out chaos, sweet release.
I almost didn't go live this morning, but I went to bed fairly at a decent time. And then my son woke me up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. He's like, Dad, what? There's a snake out here. I'm like, what? I get up and I didn't see no snake. He swore he saw a snake, but I didn't see no snake. he was getting ready to go to bed, and he was letting the old dog out one more time, and he opened the back door and said that the screen door smacked when he opened the back door and then opened the screen door to let the dog out, and I guess the snake was in between the screen door and the main door, and he says I guess he went to move and the screen door was closing and popped him. He said the snake hissed at him. And then he came and got me, and then like I said, I went and looked and I didn't see nothing. Thought it was probably just a little corn snake or rat snake or something. Wasn't nothing to worry about. But yeah, I probably would still be in bed if I didn't have that scheduled already. And it was like, ooh, I gotta get up. The alarm went off. I'm like, no, I can't get up this morning. I'm not gonna do it this morning. And it's like, oh no, I got to get up this morning. So yep, I'm awake. I'm sitting here getting my little herbal together. Done downed a bottle of water. Old man dog, he probably didn't even see it. There's the older Chihuahua. And then again, he might have saw it and be like, nope, snake, I'm too old, and just jumped over it. But I don't know. It could have been, what's that? What is that? They're not snakes, sphinx. Little sphinx, it could be one of those. My neighbor, he's digging footers in the back of his yard for a little foundation he's trying to build, so they could have disrupted him right there. Hey Josh, you have a good day, buddy. Thank you for tuning in last night and coming in this morning. I appreciate it. Hey, good morning, Tim. Thank you. Hey, PK, morning, sir. Oh, I think the candies, or I say candies, I think the chocolate from last night and the little herbal shot, I think that's still trying to work, because I am cotton out as can be, and I haven't even medicated yet. Yeah, I gotta figure out. I know this morning right off the bat I'm gonna get my my sandpapers put back together. I'd use them to the extent, and I think the batch that I had trimmed out, I think it's had its life. So I threw all those away this morning when I come out here. That way I have no choice but to cut me some fresh ones. So I'm gonna cut out some fresh ones. I'm gonna do 2 different stacks. I'm gonna do my wet sand stack and then my dry sand stack. Get those cut and labeled, and then probably spin a little clip or something. Spin a clip or hollow out that spoon, one of them. I have not. I have to look that up to see what that is. So we copy that. We pull up Google and see what that is. A hee-haw plank from 1976. This Tilkemeter was the official. There's some videos of what it is. What is it? Is it an instrument? Okay, that's like a wannabe guitar, almost like a cross between a steel guitar and an acoustic guitar without the body and without the slides for the steel.
Creative blaze.
Four strings is what this guy has. 4 strings on it. Huh, that's weird. No, I didn't know he had a challenge going on. I am way behind on videos and stuff at the moment. Ooh, where's my water bottle? Oh, yeah. I have to look into that to see what I can do. I don't want to have to purchase anything. I don't know. I'm sure there's ways I can make something to tighten the strings and all. Good morning, Mandy. That is interesting, though. I did catch a couple of new subscribers from the show last night. So it wasn't bad. I was, I think, like one, or not, I'm sorry, not one. I was 362 or 3. I was in the low 360s on my subscriber count, and I think I'm at like 371 now, something like that. 372. So that was awesome. Always cool to gain a bunch of subs. A little sore. I was twisting and turning back and forth between the camera and my box because the way I had the camera set up. So that's got my back tweaked a little bit this morning, I guess. I don't know, that or just the tension, because I was tense. Y'all couldn't see it that well, I guess. I put that good mask on, I guess you could say. Alright, get my scissors. Yes. And then I cannot keep my live going late this morning. I do have to drive my boy to class. He don't have the car. So, that right there. Definitely need to clean my box. My box just look like a hurricane coming through here. Sticks everywhere that go in my face. Oh, thank you, Tim. Yeah, I was babbling and kind of back and forth last night. I really didn't get to talk how I want. I mean, I got to talk however I wanted to talk, but my brain didn't bring it out the way I wanted it all to come out through the video or through the live. I was trying to, I don't know, I would go to talk about something, and of course my squirrely self, I'd run off to the left field with it. Yeah, I didn't show a bunch of stuff. I had a game set in my brain on what I was going to talk about and how I was going to talk about it, but it didn't work out that way. Yes, that chick crazy I am. And that's one thing, the longer I do my lives, I am getting more comfortable. Because that's what Deland was asking last night, you know, do y'all get the real grumpy in the lives and whatnot? And that's what I told him. I said, oh yeah, I don't do nothing scripted. I don't try to act no different, funnier way or nothing like that. How I act is how I act. Oh. That's what I was doing. See, I squirrel out and don't even know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I literally turned around to get my glasses and didn't remember what the hell I was turning around to grab. Alright, coffee needs to start. It'd be coffee time now. We've been up long enough. And I do that too. I don't know if y'all mess with that stuff, but I study how the cortisols and crap in your brain that's supposed to wake you up and all that stuff works. So I try not to do caffeine the second I wake up. I try to let my body wake itself up on its own. Been pretty good at it, but every now and then I need a boost. $5,000, $3,000. Trying to get my papers laid out here in order. Cut up some new ones. Where's the base camp maps? Yes, mask. Yes, I used to. I think I know what you're talking about. Hold on, let me show you. This is old. Talking about these right here. As this is base camp. It's one of the older ones. That's what I started using. Hell, actually, I was using just little cheesy COVID masks when I first messed around with it. And then I jumped into these base camps. These worked real good, but I wanted something that fit my face tighter and more filter add-ons and whatnot. So I jumped to that 3M mask. Because that 3M mask, I got my fine particulates for it. And I have the where'd it go? Here it is. I have the carbon inserts for mine. So it does the fine particulates for dust and everything, but then it also will help filter out aerosols and everything. The 2091, that's the one that's got it's the fine particulates, and then it's got the carbon insert. But yeah, I used the base mask for a while, and they're not bad. It's just for me, after where'd it go? After I changed the insert for it a couple of times, it just I don't know. I got to where I didn't like it, but I used it, but the filter part of it, you know, it's there, it works, but those 3M filters for me just seem to be a little better. Hey, good morning, Deland. The show wasn't too bad. I went back and rewatched it after to see how crazy I was. I thought I had a 2,000. Let's see. 600. Hey, Bazzy, good morning, sir. I'm right there with you. Lemon tree. Good little morning sativa to go with the coffee. Gotta mark them out so I don't lose them. That'd be wet sanding and dry sanding. Let's see, 800. Be a nice one. Thank you, sir. I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. Heavily herbally medicated. I had, of course, my herbal cigarettes. Those are just normal to me, I guess. Then the nano shot. That's something new that the dispensary I go to plays with. That was 15. They're babies, but because Florida puts out weak crap. But that was the nano shot was 15 of the hippie calories, and then the candy is just 10 hippie calories a piece. But yeah, I had a nano shot. I had a piece of chocolate about an hour before the show. I had a nano shot right there when I was backstage when I first started talking to you and Rusty. But no, it wasn't too bad. Chat was moving quick. It was even hard to try to watch chat in the afterplay. Ironwood. Oh man, come on. Should have used my damn scissors. Smoothing edges keeps me sane. Healing isn't found in gold, but in the art my hands can hold. Carve away the heavy night. Medication rolled up tight. Find the rhythm, let it show. Creating sparks that brightly glow. 1500 will go next. All right, boss man, you have a good day. So make some money. Make some money for me. Grumpy could use a little bit too. I joke and say I'm gonna have to start me a freaking GoFundMe page so I can get a divorce lawyer. I gotta start doing that, I guess, Monday. Calling and setting those appointments up. I gotta find somebody to talk to and somebody to go over my papers to make sure I'm not getting screwed. I think it's the 12th. The 12th, I go speak to a financial advisor to see if there's any options for me investing. Grumpy's kingdom beyond compare. Wood chips fall like a gentle rain, each piece secure for the ache and strain. Fingers trace the grain so fine, in every groove a story divine. Was it just 2000? I thought I had 2000. Dust is dancing under workshop lights, crafting joy in the quiet night. Nope, it goes from 1500 to 3000, so that's it. 1000, 800, 400, 600, I got those. Then it jumps to the big stuff, I don't need that. All right. definitely
Grumpy
sore.
on the lathe, making sparks ignite. Cedar dust clouds, moon gives the only light. Therapy in the grain, hands shape it just right. Medication roll tight as a fist for the fight. Stress phase drifting in the cedar mist.
Still gotta get through and figure some more stuff out with that OBS stuff.
Flames kissing the night. Cedar roach clips.
Because I should have been able to get in through StreamYard with it, but I don't have the. I got to get through there. There's a virtual camera option on some of the for the scene selection thing, and I have to figure out how to set that up. I think that's a big part of why it wouldn't connect last night with that.
His rhythm a groove, Lathe singing songs that knows how to soothe. Stress phase drifting in the cedar mist. Chronic pain ain't got nothing on this twist. Lighter in hand, flames kissing the night. Cedar roach clips.
That, and I have to figure out my audio. OBS did an update not long ago, and I think that update might have been it, or I might have been pushing buttons, because it didn't do it until, let's see, when did it start acting up? Mr. Johnny was doing a live the other night with StreamYard, and put a link up, and I was trying to connect to his live through the OBS, and it was wanting different options on my microphone, and I clicked one, and then when I came back to OBS later, that's when I noticed my sound was dropped. So I gotta go and figure out how to undo that, or even figure out what I did to undo. If not, I don't know how to fix it, besides maybe completely uninstalling it off the computer and then reinstalling it and then trying to set everything back up again. That would be the only way I know what to do, or even the only troubleshooting methods I could try to think of. What is that? 3,000. Let's put this back up. I have sandpaper everywhere, but no. Yeah, I used to be in the computers a lot more than what I am now. I did a little more, what would be the thing, bootlegging stuff and crap like that back in the day. I would make all my CDs and stuff with all the old programs. Used to watch all the movies and crap like that before they come out. And I don't fiddle with the stuff like that no more. I do it all legit. That was my good computer days. I could get in there and do anything then. I guess the sleep apnea didn't booger the brain. I blame it on sleep apnea and concussion. All right. This will be my stack for dry sanding. This will be my stack for wet sanding. So we got a couple of sticks that we can do with those. I need to get a little organization, make a little basket right here on my wall, and I can hold these right there. But in the meantime, we're gonna put them right here. And see me talking like this, like I'm on a live. I talk to myself like this in general, whether I'm live or not. And so it's like, it's almost, if I just pretend I'm not live, y'all think that I'm talking to somebody in here and just keeping y'all all entertained. That's about how I can explain it. I have to move some stuff around, or I'm gonna knock off my boards and stuff over. I have a little bit of organization, not a lot. My box is definitely getting smaller, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I need to make some more stuff to sell, but the smaller box makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to carry stuff around. I need to get, what is it, some of those little totes. Need to get into some DIY and take some old luggage, old suitcases or something, and get the little dollies off of them. Your old travel suitcases, it's got the wheels and everything. You need to get some of those, get the dolly setups off of them, and then attach them to some totes. Where my totes has got wheels and handles. That way I don't have to pick up nothing. I can just roll it. That's what Grumpy needs, to be able to roll that stuff around. What is this? Oh. Yeah, see, I had medical papers last night, so I would know which disc was screwed up in my lower back, because that's been so long, and all my discs are jacked up down there. I can't remember which ones I had the surgery on. But yeah, my L3, L4, 4 and 5, L5 and S1, all those is messed up. So I can't remember which. There was 2 they did the actual discectomy around and removed a lot of the disc because it was just so nasty. And that was what was pressing into my spinal canal, because that's the issue with my lower back. I had bulged and ruptured discs for so long that you got your spinal canal, all the little hairs and nerves going down it. My disc bulged so bad against my spinal canal for so long that once they cut everything away, I still have, the impression's not as bad. It come out some, but I still have an impression on my spinal canal, so my nerves are constantly being jumbled and messed with. And that's a lot of my lower back. There you go. It's not a shameless plug. Y'all go check it out. DeLand's channel, he has that show from last night, if you missed it. Hey, good morning, Mr. Johnny. Ooh. See, now I had my back, my lower discectomy done in my back in 2011. And my neck surgery, I didn't have that done until I believe it was October of 23 or 22. I think it was October of 23. With my neck issues, as long as let's see, I say I would be able to work, but it's just, it's all in what I'm doing. You know, if I'm reaching out in front of me constantly, like stocking shelves or some mess like that, I couldn't do that. Yeah, I don't know. The back is what's really got me jacked up, because I can do anything for about an hour or 2 almost, it feels, but then after that, it just depends on how bad I exerted myself as to how hard it's going to be hurting, and then how much I'm going to be laid up, or how long. Oh. And then Tim, you said something about making pendants out of the back sides of the spoons when I cut them off. I didn't think about that, but Amy M said something about it too. But I would need to, it's not cut flat, so I'd have to take and sand that down and get it flush. But then yeah, they would make like cool, some of them, like this one looks like almost like the teardrop. So you make like a little teardrop pendant and put somebody's initials on it or something. That would be neat. Turn that chaos into art every single time. Grumpy's crazy, Grumpy's fun, building dreams till the day is done. Laugh it up, the mess will stay spinning cedar. Yeah, they won't, Mr. Johnny, they won't do nothing to my back fusing wise. I tried to get them to do that back in my 20s to take the pressure off so I could stay at it better. And they told I have degenerative disc disease, very bad, set off through my lower back. so they wouldn't do any type of fusion. All right.
Oh. Smash a sub, let the sawdust rain. Grumpy's got a rhythm running through his brain. See the roach clip spin and keep the world on track. This is Grumpy's.
All right, I think this is that the other piece of that maple. I'm looking in this box of exotic that I have here. Got two that are similar, and I'm gonna try to figure out what they are. Okay, that's it. One of those is cherry. I think this is the cherry. See, I don't know. Out of these, I might have turned one that I thought was cherry, because those three, these are the same. This is a different species, but they're very close in color. This grain, this looks like it's got more of a porous grain. This looks like it's got tighter grain. Of course, I'm going to assume that that's purple heart, but I don't know. I know one of these is cherry. I think it's this one, but I don't know what these two are. And then, what is it? I think that would be maybe walnut. All right, like that would be like the canary wood, and then this would be the leftover cherry, or that's canary and that's cherry. That's, I don't know. Looking for one that I want to play with is a roach clip next. And I figured those would be what, walnut maybe? The black walnut, I don't know. I'll have to look that up and see if I can compare them and figure it out again.
Lathe spin smooth, cedar dust in the air. Roach clips crafted with that artisan flair. Grumpy schooling aliens, tools in the light. Workshops glowing, sparking minds so bright. Stress fades away.
Right, that's awesome right there. That you got better from it. I did physical therapy for, well, I was in physical therapy for a long time, off and on, throughout my injuries. And then once my disability hit and they were trying to put me through that vocational rehabilitation, the state sent me back to physical therapy for like 36 weeks. And my mobility and stuff improved a little bit, but it didn't improve enough. And then I never did get involved with chiropractors for the bone manipulation. That always scared the crap out of me. But some people told me that I need to go try a chiropractor and stuff, and it's just, I can't. No, they not wrapping a towel around my damn ears and my head and snatching me from end to end. I'm afraid they'd break my neck. And I've watched some of those where they sit there and snatch you and pop everybody, and they go to flipping crying and stuff, but all of a sudden they're walking straight and crap again. You know, I've watched that and just dreamed, you know, because, oh, I wish that could be me, but I don't think I think that would hurt me more than it would help me. Oh yeah, I stay I stay moving. I don't sit there and do the exercises to the entirety and like I probably should, but I do. That's just it. That's why I can't stay in bed long. I can't stay sitting down. I'm up and down and pacing, and I do a little bit of twisting, but that's it. I have to be super careful, because that's what'll get me, is the twisting and those, trying to get that flexibility. Because like I said, it's my vertebrae. It's just not one or two. It's pretty much up my whole back. And I haven't had anything in the middle documented and scanned, but my lower back, and then from my shoulders up into my neck, you know, they've pinpointed the scans for those areas. But I get spasms and the pains from like I guess you'd say maybe a bulge disc, not necessarily herniated disc, but a bulge disc throughout the middle of my back and all. And then sometimes I put that to, okay, maybe I'm smoking too much, but no, most of it is my back. That's just all I've ever done. You know, I've always worked with my back, and I was a young guy when I started all the construction work, you know, so I didn't want to be sent home. You know, oh, he's just a kid, he don't know what he's doing. And so I give it 150% out there, you know. I would do something that would take two people to do. And I was like, I got it. And hard-headed, you know, and then, yeah, just doing that over the years, it stacked up and caught up to me for sure. I wish I knew for sure the species of this. I'm gonna cut this one in half. Work with that one next. And that's what I'm probably gonna end up doing. I have to figure it out. I'm getting, that's what Delane was talking about last night. Do I plan what I do on my lives and all? And when I first started doing my lives, I would try to come up with a game plan the night before of what I'm gonna do. But everything going on at the moment, I don't have no ideas. And then my routine and stuff got messed up when the dust collector went down. So that kind of got me off my rhythm. And then making my blanks, I got to get back into that and get everything going. But I'll get my routine going again. But what I'm babbling at is I'm probably going to slow down to like maybe 3 days a week with my early morning lives. And then that'll give me a little more time to get back on concentrating on my actual Wednesday videos too. Because that's what it is. I got to get my where is my ruler? I got to get my blanks going again to get my custom clips going again. And then I'm going to set back up and get my pyrography going too, because I was enjoying doing that. But I was jonesing to get back on the lathe when the dust collector went down. So. Oh, there you go now. All right, I got to sit down. So I have to find something. When I can't find something, I sit back in my chair like I'm sitting, because I'm always in my chair when I'm doing something. And so then I start looking from the chair point of view, and I'll find it. There it is, hanging up on my daggum little screw. All right. Oh. And I need to work on a roach clip for a customer. And I gotta get out of my head on that one. That was just an emotional one. I got emotional as heck when I started working on it the other day, and but that's money, so I gotta get over that and make the money, right? Alright, I gotta turn dust collector on. I'm gonna cut one of these dowels. don't know the species of the wood, and you don't want to breathe in that dust anyway. So, especially the exotic woods, you want to be careful. Okay, we'll go 6 inches. I like that little bandsaw. Unfortunately, my wife bought that for me for Christmas one year too, but a long time ago. She bought it for me back before we ever moved into the house. We were still living in the apartments when she bought that. Used it for a month. Couldn't get it to cut how I wanted it to cut, so I boxed it back up and didn't use it for about 5 years. And now I use it all the time. Have to get a new one. Good morning, Miss Daisy. Let's see. 80% of movement. No, that's nice. It's my crap. Just mine extended from, I guess, being a kid. You know, I got into the skateboards and the BMXs and stuff like that, and I could not street skate to save my life, but my buddy could, and we was best of friends, and so I tried my damnedest every day. So I busted my butt on a regular. And when you're falling down on them skateboards and stuff, shoot, your lower body's trying to go one direction, your upper body going another, and I was doing that all the time. You know, and then a few construction incidents. You know, like I said, I slipped off a couple of the roofs, but it was sugar sand. You know, like landing in beach sand. Well, heck, sugar sand. Some of y'all's beaches is hard. Just real like masonry sand, like a pile of white masonry sand from a job site. You know, that's about how our beaches are down here. And I was building houses in Inner Point, and it was just all sandy like that, and I fell. You know, just slipped on some slick plywood. Plywood, when you put plywood up, you have a slick side and a rough side on that OSB. And cut man had cut a couple of pieces backwards, so when I went to put them down, they were slick side up, and then I was running through with a nail gun, nailing it all off real fast, and hit that slick side, and shoot, down I went, you know. But tuck and roll, you know. I learned how to fall from skateboarding and all that, you know. So I walked that off. It wasn't nothing bad, but it's just it adds up to the body, I guess, down the road. Yeah, when I went to the neurologist the first time in my 20s, I think I was 24, 23, my lower back was fried then, and they told me that I had the back of a 50-year-old in my 20s. I'm like, well, that's no good. I said, I got to go to work, boss man. I said, what can we do? Can you fuse it, do anything like that? And that's when they told me no. Was not a candidate for fusion with my back at all. Had to learn my limitations, he said. And then again, I was a young pothead, self-medicated, you know, had to do them old construction jobs because I wasn't going to put the mess down to, you know, go get a decent job. And that would make too much sense, you know. I was a hard-headed Gen Xer. I couldn't do not the easy way. All right, well, I was putting my center marks on these. Part of what made Grumpy broken, I guess. I played too rough and worked too hard, because that's one thing when I got out and worked, I wasn't a slacker. You know, I wasn't one of them guys that would grab the shovel and go hide in the corner while everybody else did the work. You know, I was busting my butt, you know, literally. I miss it. I do wish I could get back out in it and work, because I hate not making no dang money. That's what put me in my bad place before I found carving, and I was just getting so damn depressed. Grumpy was the go-to guy. You know, I was the physical labor guy or whatever. They needed something done. Family member needed help moving something or cleaning something up. That was Grumpy. So not being able to do a dang thing like that anymore, that does give you some mind trips, I guess. But I'll get over it. I'm getting better with it. Where is my piece that I was using for a mallet?
Spin on the tabletop, stars and resin, dreams don't stop, tools talk back with every drop. If we're lucky, Ailin will slide.
That's what I need to do. I want to make me a mallet. I just got to dig out a good piece of pecan.
Colors cosmic swirl collide.
Walk it off. That's pretty much it. I joke and say I've died and walked it off a few times. You get hurt. Oh, is you bleeding? No. Is bones sticking out the skin? No. You're fine. Go away. Okay. Mama said I'm okay. Let's go. You know. Now I'm just taking my, I don't know if I'm in camera, but I'm taking that center, getting it as perfect on there as I can in the center spot, and then I'm popping it with a piece of crepe myrtle. Now, I can't spin this piece because it's split. It splits up right through here, about to there and stops, and then on this side, it splits down here up through there, so unless I can put that in some stabilizer and stuff, that'll come apart on me. But it's heavy, so I use it as a mallet. I see the impossible. You reckon? But it'll make for a pretty piece when you're done. Say it might be dangerous, but you'll be able to look at yourself in the piece. Right. It's 6:30, she can wake up, I don't care. I normally don't beat and bang out here because that'll travel through and make the dogs bark. Wakey, wakey, time to get ready for work. And then, yeah, I try to line that up straight as I can. Right, but now going on the lathe, I'm afraid, you know, spinning it on the lathe and then catching that crack with the tool and it coming apart on me. That's what scares me on pieces that are split like that. Now, when I get a hold of a vacuum chamber and the vacuum pump, and then they got this stuff called cactus juice. It's a wood stabilizer. It's basically a resin or an epoxy kind of stuff that's just super thin like water. And you make sure your piece is good and dry, and then you put it in your vacuum chamber and the vacuum chamber, and you put it under vacuum. It basically squeezes all the water and stuff out of your piece, and then when you let the vacuum out of it, or it squeezes, it's pushing that cactus juice into the piece, pushing all the air and stuff out of it. And then once you let it sit like that for so long, it soaks in, and then when you take the vacuum off, it's like it soaks it up like a sponge. All right, and then once it's full of that, you turn around and take the piece and put it in an oven and bake it at a certain temperature for so long, and that activates the cactus juice that's in there, and it expands or whatever and fills in all your cracks, and just you can turn it. It's solid as a rock then, you know, and you can even stain your wood that way. And they got different colors. I mean, you take the cactus juice, it's just basic one color, and then you take the dyes and mix the dyes in with it and make blue, green, red, and it will stain your wood and stuff. And that's what I want to do with my inserts, is get that vacuum chamber set up. I cut me a whole bunch of inserts and throw them in a batch of black, you know, and then it'll stain it from the inside out. That way when I shave it on the lathe, you know, it's not just the outside of it that's black, it'll cut into it all the way to the core, and you know, and it'll all be the same color, you know. So that's that, and a headset is the next expensive investment that I got to do for the channel to I guess to take my turning up a notch. There you go, that's what I'm trying to say, because it's definitely gonna change, because all my sticks now that I do, you know, unless I start doing the exotic inserts, they're all, you know, just the same color, you know, and I'd like to have like maybe a black stick going against that green, you know, that would look good, you know, or a lighter color or a blue, you know, just being able to have the custom ability of changing the colors of the inserts. And then again, at the same time, it just makes that wood stronger. Hey, good morning, Chef Bear. Some people will fill them up, you know, you can on some cracks if they're not that bad, you know, but this one, that's a severe, I mean, it's deep, you know, it's hard to get you under the camera, but it goes almost halfway through on that side, and then it's just the whole piece kind of twists, and then it was a bendable piece, you know, so that's what gives you the cracks in there. But like this crack, it doesn't go all the way through on the bottom, and then it looks like it only goes to about right there. So it's like I could possibly cut this piece off right there and then maybe fill that in like what you're talking about. Just get some real thin super glue and just keep putting it in there and letting it stack its way up. You might even be able to do it with some thin epoxy, but it's not gonna, the thin epoxy won't penetrate all the way through. That super glue might though. Babble. Here's that piece of ironwood. I've saved it because yeah, I get a stabilizer. I'm gonna stabilize this piece and turn it, because that one, it started cracking up through here on that. It doesn't show it all the way through on the bottoms. I'm a wood hoarder. I got all kind of wood stacked up everywhere. You gotta let it dry good too. Some people turn it green, but I don't turn the green wood because I try to stay away from green wood, I guess, from powder carving. Because powder carving the green wood, it gums up all your burrs. That's that bad thing about those cut saw burrs, is you hit that on some green wood and oh my goodness, they don't do nothing after that. You gotta torch them and clean them. I gotta clean this one up. I love those cut saw burrs.
Secrets, vibrations in the air, epoxy dreams solid, freeze the despair. Space-time bends when the craft takes flight. Roach clips gleam in the UFO light.
I've never messed with antler. I've been around somebody that was carving on it one time, and oof, it had a smell I just did not like. Some wood gets like that when you start burning it, when it don't, like if your saw's not cutting it, it's real hard wood, and stuff stinks. Oh, my back. Oh.
Mixing epoxy, a wizard with a potion. Colors bright, sharp, popping like planets in motion. Yellow spins with black, a galactic collision. Cosmic swirl dreams, no muddy decisions.
Switch camera. I'm just over here steadily messing at the lathe, and you got it on camera.
Made in pain therapy through design. grumpies fire up the art, let it spark, redefine. Cosmic swirl, let it twirl, let it gleam. Yellow and black, the galaxy supreme. Right there in the lab, grumpy scheme. Like, subscribe, beam up the dream.
Alright, put that out. It's the bad thing about my herbals. I can't do that with my dust mask on. Need to get me a dust mask, gas mask set up like the old like the old heads. They take the gas mask and set up and fog out through a gas mask. I've never done that per se. Turn my dust mask into one though, that would be funny.
One wrong move turns a masterpiece to a mess. Clouds curl, hypnotic patterns out of control. Epoxy
Put a little hole in it with a little seal around it, and you just stick the little sig into the hole a little bit. It could be done. Crazy idea Stoner to come up with, right? Alright, let me get a sip of coffee. I'm gonna turn the snot. Get some coffee and turn the dust collector on and see what we can do with that. Wow, my stream is lagging bad. On the studio, it's still showing me in the box. But, okay, my studio's lagging bad. It's got me on the lathe on my phone. That's bad. Alright, let's see here. Got my dust mask fixing to go on. I'm gonna see how much the noise comes through. I had to turn my mic up to 6 through my app, so my mic's wide open on my app and it's wide open on the mixer, so I don't know how bad the background noise is gonna try to feed through, but I'll mute it if it gets bad. Tuck this old Santa Claus in and get at it. For those of y'all that watched last night, now y'all see why I say I got that Santa Claus beard going on. Oh, you know what? Look at this. Did I just get louder? Oh, snot. I think I just got louder. I said to help if I had the mic pointing in the right direction, huh? All right, dust collector's coming. Here we go. I love that sound. Oh, I gotta switch my slippers. I got slippers on, but it's funny that the sawdust, lathe shavings, whatever you want to call it, they stick to them like daggone Velcro. I got a new pair for Christmas, so I'm trying not to wear the new pair when I get on the lathe. Alright. Definitely dry. Oh, good morning, Robin. How you doing?
It's cutting nice right now. I like the way it's cutting. Yeah, last night, I didn't put it, that's my bad right there. I did not think about that until after the show. But I should have put a post up in my community post talking about it. But let me take my mask off so I'm not yelling for a minute.
But Deland from Deland's Handmade Woodworking, and then Professor Rusty. I don't know if you're familiar with his channel or not, but he does a live every Thursday, and him and Professor Rusty, they'll take people from the community and kind of highlight their channel, and basically like a little interview, you know. It's like a little what's up Grumpy or about Grumpy section or something. I don't know how to describe it, but that's what happened last night. He had his show and had me on it, and so I gained a few subscribers from there, I believe. That's the only jump I think I could have got. I think I gained one before the show. That might have been from Deland's post, because he had it posted up on his community post, and then I gained a few through the show. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I got up this morning and looked, and it was like, oh heck yeah, it looked like I gained about 10 almost. Yeah, I jumped 100 almost, not instantly. It was, wow, my system's lagging so bad. It's showing the base mask on my screen, on my TV, on my computer right now. My phone's caught up, but my studio is way behind. But no, shit, squirrel. No, I was at like 213, and then I started going live, and then it was like within a month, I jumped in dang near 100 subscribers when I started doing the lives. But then it slowed down because it's my dust collector went down, and then I changed the format of how I broadcasted my lives. I started using the OBS software, and that took me out of the vertical live and put me in the regular horizontal slots for a while. And then YouTube's got this dual stream settings that they claim put you back to the short feeds when you stream live, but I haven't seen an increase in my views since I've started using that. So I don't think that puts it out there quite like they say it does. Hey, good morning, Amy. But right now, technically, there's supposed to be a vertical feed of my live out there and a landscape horizontal feed out there. But I've never been able to find the short feed for it. I've gotten on my phone and looked for it to see how it looked, and I couldn't. I can find my horizontal feed, but I've never been able to find the short or the vertical feed. But if I turn off the OSB software and everything and then go to streaming just normal through my phone in vertical, that'll throw me right back to the shorts, and then my views would jump drastically, but I won't have my background music and stuff if I go back that way. And I like to have my music playing, and then I like to be able to switch those cameras just pushing a button instead of moving y'all around, getting y'all all seasick. Oh, that's fine, Amy. I'm glad y'all showed up. That was nerve-wracking, but pretty cool at the same time. I greatly appreciate everybody showing up, giving me some support like that. That was cool. Damn sure helps lift Grumpy's spirits right now.
Grumpy's batshit crazy, yet the vibe's polite. Medication rolled tighter than a poet's in sight. Aliens watching, they nod and they grin. Shapes in the shadows where the carvings begin. Vibes intergalactic, creations take flight. like and subscribe. Let the algorithms ignite.
I wonder if these dowels are big enough to hold with my chuck. Because if they are, I can try to do a pin for one of these. I just thought about that, yo. Brain fart, brain fart. It won't go in there. That's why I gotta get a different set of teeth for my chuck. Because this is about the size of my epoxy blanks. When I make my epoxy blanks, they're about this thickness. And I can't grab them with the inside right there without spinning it down some. I could turn around and spin this down a little bit and then be able to grab it in there. But technically I ain't supposed to, that's not really cut to hold the dowels. That's supposed to hold that little worm screw. But I want to do a pin, and I got to have something holding that dead center so I can drill that bad boy straight. We fixing to try it. I think I'm gonna, man.
The carvings begin. Vibes intergalactic.
I'll turn this side down, get this side turned down small enough to where I can grab it right here. And then that'll be in the chuck, and then we'll flip it, and I'll see if I can't drill it. That might be what I'm doing. See, I squirrel. Oh, right. I can't wait to watch that one. That one's gonna be a good one too. Amy Jo was some of my inspiration too on finally going live. PK, now I'd get in his lives and he kept talking about it for a few days, and so that was keeping the bug in my ear. And then Amy Jo, I like watching hers, and we got a lot in common. She's got a lot of anxiety and just wants to bug out like me sometimes, and she'll just, okay, bye, boop, and she shuts down. You know, I'm fighting through mine and getting better, but that's what I'm using my YouTube for. But that's what I like about the YouTube, is I relate to so many people throughout the community. So that's why I think it's just such an awesome community. So diverse, so many different creators, and everybody's so damn cool. Pretty much. Tim is gonna be on the lens. I think Tim's next week, right? You're this coming up Thursday, aren't you, Tim?
He's got wires tangled like a madman's plan. Lightning in his hands, no safety span. Don't do what Grumpy does. He's no safety fan.
There you go. Awesome. They tried to get me back on there when I first started doing my channel. I probably wasn't about 4 months into my channel, and hadn't ever even done a live. And he was wanting me to get in there and do the show, and I was like, I said, I got to figure stuff out yet. I said, I barely got this YouTube figured out, because I was using one phone for a camera and was moving it from spot to spot, you know, and then doing my editing and everything. And then I would film everything on my phone, and then I would have to rotate the film on my phone through the editor before I uploaded it from my phone. But I would transfer it from the phone to the computer, then into my editor program, you know. And yeah, I was struggling just doing that, you know. And then it's like, oh yeah, we'll go live. So, oh no, we won't. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't have a microphone. I don't have this, and so. And then finally, I'm where I'm at now. Still don't know what the heck I'm doing. You know, I struggle with my OBS constantly because I'm kind of like self-taught with that. You know, I just overwhelmed, and then yeah, y'all get grumpy. But it was fun. I do want to get my setup done differently though with my cameras and make it all a little easier. But it was fun though. Would have been better. Like I said, I was still nervous. If I ever do it again, I might not be as nervous, but I was still nervous. I still get nervous doing these lives because it's like I'll get to talking sometimes in my mind, and I have like 5 or 6 conversations of what I'm trying to say right now bouncing through my head. So it's like sometimes the wrong conversation comes out. I guess that's how I could describe it, because it's like I'll get dyslexia with my words and I'll go to say something and it's not even what I was trying to say, but it just comes on out. All right, y'all, I got my dust mask back on. I'm gonna turn that edge down, turn the dust collector on. Oh, cool, thank you. It did me good. That looks like it's got a dovetail. It needs to be squeezed. Now that should go down there, and I should be able to close it and have a little bit of a rim to help kind of center it. Let's see. I don't know if that made sense to y'all, but I understood what I was saying. Well, I'm trying to be, because yeah, this is gonna probably be let's see, about the last, not normal, but all the hard stuff's gonna start come next week. And so I guess I'm trying to put myself in the best spirits as I can now. So I guess be prepared for that. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. That's why I started with the music. Is like I can never find anything on YouTube's. I would use I would go into their library of music that was supposedly free, no copyright issues, and spend 2 hours trying to get a video tuned up, right? And then I would go to upload it in YouTube, and then they would give me that strike. Say, oh, well, not a strike because it wasn't, it wasn't uploaded and then them seeing it, but they would give me that notification saying, oh, music such and such in your song, in your video is copyright. And I'm thinking it's y'all's free music. But I did that so dang much and got tired of that. And it was discouraging me on trying to do my videos and stuff. And so that's when I started looking into the AI stuff and found that music app to make the music. And then that's fun and awesome in itself. But then at the same time, with my squirrely head, I'll spend half the day trying to make 4 songs. Because I'll sit there and start listening to them, and then I'm listening to it, jamming to the song, and then I'll squirrel in the middle of that song and start doing something and stop paying attention to it, but be listening to it in the background. And then with those songs, you really need to proofread or listen before you say, yep, that's what I want to use, because that might sound awesome the first 2 minutes of the song, and then it might have 5 seconds that's just straight gibberish or something. So you'll have to fix it. And so yeah, I don't just make it and say, yep, that's what I want, and then go to, you know, putting it in there. So it's kind of like the videos. You make the song, then you got to, you know, edit it or listen to it to make sure it come out right, you know, and stuff like that. And so I'll end up taking a half a day to make those 2 songs because I squirrel out doing it. That's a lot of my problem too. Y'all, we're fixing to have an ink pen. I don't know what kind of wood that is either though, and I don't, we might have an ink pen, y'all. Oh, and it's still pretty centered. Oh yeah, nice. Ooh, gotta watch my daggone knuckles right there though. Right, there you go. Would spirits smile, they understand. In this workshop, I'm a healed man. And see, that's the cool thing with Suno is I don't know how I imagine the other AI apps work the same way, but when you pay that subscription fee monthly for it, that's what gives you the exclusives. They still own the song to a degree because that's how they'll put it in their fine print. If they go through their library of everybody's music and decide they want to use your song for something, oh well, they get to use it. But other than that, you have every bit of the rights, all that when you're paying for it. And then you can download the WAV file version versus the MP3 version, which is just, I guess, cleaner audio and whatnot. But use it for a month. You get, what I'm getting at is you get like 2,500 credits, and it only takes like 5 credits, and that generates you 2 songs. Now they're the identical lyrics for the 2 songs, but you know, you feed the prompt in and it'll give you a list of 2 lyrics that you can choose from. And he said, okay, I like these lyrics. Choose those lyrics to make the song from, and then it creates 2 songs when it does, and that takes your credits away. But then you listen to those 2 songs and it's okay, well, I like song A better. You know, you can delete song B or you can keep it, you know, because they're the exact same song, but they'll just sound different. You know, one might be jazzier sounding, or one might have different vocals to the chorus, but same lyrics, you know, so it's fun playing with it. But you do that for a month, you know, make a whole bunch of songs, just random songs that would go with your channel, you know, and then you could cancel the subscription, you know, and you got you a ton of songs, and you can still use those songs. Just keep your receipts from your invoice from when you got billed for the month, you know, and then you're gold. Download everything before you end the subscription and you're gold. I have all that in emails because I had a million questions. They're like, well, if I quit paying for it, do I get to use it? Or are y'all gonna come back and take it away? And yeah, I went back and forth with the company before I ever started paying for it. But yeah, I try to do Suno app. Yeah, it's Suno.com. It's better on the computers. Now maybe the newer phones got more options, but my older phone, no, it's better for me to play with it on the PC. You can customize stuff a lot better. So if you look at it, definitely look at it through your PC. Or compare, look at your phone and your PC to see if you have a difference. But I got a difference on mine, so I don't, when I first started playing with it, I used my phone, but come on. I don't use it for my phone. Or through my phone, I'm sorry. That bear is squalling in that roof. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Shit. Alright.
We're getting there, y'all. This.
Y'all get to watch me. I should have started this when I first started my live, because I'm gonna have to stop in the middle of it, I'm sure. Because I gotta take him to school this morning, or class. I keep calling it school, but he's not in school. He is in class, Dad. He corrects me all the time. I graduated school. I'm taking my computer class now. I'm like, okay.
It's pure deja vu.
I've never made a pin. I've got some slimline pin kits. And that's what we're gonna do here. Let's see, I have enough material. That's the top half of the pin, the bottom half of the pin. So I have to drill through here up to here. That way I can insert my pieces, separate them, and then insert my pieces and glue them. And then I can put them on the pin deal and turn that into an ink pen. In theory, if Grumpy can figure it out. Oh, we're fixing to try. I got my Jacobs chuck here. Let's see. I got that through Win. That'll fit the, what is it? The MT1 taper lathe. You have an MT1 taper and an MT2 taper. And that's the MT taper is the thickness of this part, which is what goes into the tailstock or the headstock. This lathe does the MT1. I guess it's smaller. I gotta knock my, there we go. And then this is the, I guess this is a live center, because this center spins. It's on a bearing right here. And then this is not on a bearing, so that'll lock into your headstock, you know, give you traction, and then that locks into your tailstock to let your piece get support but still spin. I'm learning all this as I go. Because again, I'm no lathe expert by far. You know, I self-taught, and that's like when Deland was asking about other lathe turning channels. I watch a few people turn, but a lot of it is I don't watch it because I don't want the let's see, how can I say it? I have mad respect for anybody that plays on the lathe because it is such a cool thing. But I don't watch other channels that much because I don't want the influence. I like to figure stuff out on my own. You know, if I can't figure it out, if I'm wanting to do something and I have no idea and it's like, ooh, I need to watch somebody do that, then yeah, I will definitely go and look into the bigger channels. That's how I know a few of them. But in general, you know, the lathe people I do watch, I watch Mr. Johnny's Lathe Crafts. I watch him do his pins and stuff and his rings. Steve, my honey handmade, watch him turn when he turns. Then, shit, I'm going blank. Jake Thompson, the Jank Blank Club, his co-anchors, Jamie and them. Who else? The Shalps. I watch them. Because that's how I am, you know. I'm at that stage. I'm learning, so when I start doing stuff, and I like getting those light bulb moments. There you go. That's the best way I can describe it. That aha moment. I love catching them little ooh aha. I figured it out. That's like a dopamine rush from heck. That's what I thrive for, I guess. So that's the best way I could describe it right there. But I mean, I have mad respect for everybody that plays in there. And then power carving, that's the same way with power carving. Sometimes I don't get into watching all those videos as much because then it's like I'll find myself trying to carve something I just seen somebody else carve, and it's like, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to be original. You know, so yeah.
Broken pieces into things we repair.
Okay, so I guess I drill my blank out with that bit. Uh-oh, what did I do? My YouTube's buffering on my phone. But yeah, I guess I'll drill that out.
Grumpy spins the lathe, spaceship hum in the air. Epoxy shining bright, colors rare, so unfair. Aliens in the mist, whispers fill the void. Roach clips, crafted art, never destroyed. Workshop therapy, the grind finds its peace.
My YouTube on my phone started buffering. Thought I lost connection to the computer. Now see, this is what I don't like, is I have to, my tailstock's not, it's a smaller lathe, you know, it's a beginner lathe, so it's got sloppiness to it. And so I have a lot of play right here until I lock my tailstock down. And then I still have a little bit of play in the chuck, but I have to leave the chuck loose so I can advance it forward, you know, and backwards while I'm trying to drill. So I did figure that out trying to do my plugs. I have to hold that and keep it center while I advance it, and or I'm gonna waller out the spot where the tube goes in. That's what's kind of slowed me down on trying to do the pins too, is I'm not quite familiar with my lathe on how to hold everything to keep it straight. There you go. But this is what it's about. It's them learning moments. So that's what I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to try to drill that out. I'm gonna turn the dust collector on. I'm not gonna put my mask back on, but I am gonna turn on the dust collector. But I love watching people turn. I mean, that's what I'm interested in, turning on the lathe anyway. But it's just now that I'm doing it myself, I gotta keep that creativity in my head. And if I get to where I just don't know what I want to turn anymore, then I'll plumb through, start watching a few channels a little more, and like, oh yeah, that's cool. And I think I'll be better off sitting down so I can see this better. I gotta leave my phone. I cannot see my phone. Yeah, I watch LJ too. It's hard. That's what I said. I go blank thinking about it.
Grumpy spins the lathe, spaceship hum in the air. Epoxy shining bright, colors rare, so unfair. Aliens in the mist, whispers fill the void. Roach clips, crafted art, never destroyed. Workshop therapy, the grind finds its peace. Red eyes coated, medicated, sweet release. Chronic fades, anxieties drift to abyss. Join the tribe like the vids can't resist. Shavings hit the floor, constellations in the dust. Hand steady, future forging quiet
That's
trust.
a little bit dark.
Slice the resin, galaxies align. Each clip a little portal bent space time. Alien beams hit, tools start to glow. Grumpy vibing hard feels the
Just gonna take a minute to drill that long. Oh my goodness. Because I'm only scooting forward like a little 1/16 of an inch at a time.
pain stays the course. Roach clip crackles.
I'll have to drill it and then back it back out, move the tailstock closer, drill it, back it back out, and keep doing that till I get to the knee. This ain't that bad, yo. I should have done this a long time ago. One of my headsets, y'all. I'm discovering that I got some massive ADHD, and I have found a lot of my symptoms. I'm self-diagnosing myself with this mess, I guess. But it's what I've been doing to change myself over the past 2 years. Figuring out that that's my issue and figuring out what my triggers are and how to defuse myself when I get triggered over certain scenarios. That's what's brought out the movement. It's changed me dramatically. With that, some of my symptoms is like what is it? I strive for perfectionism, but I am far from flipping perfect. So it's like I set off to do something and I want perfect results the first time I do it. Or it's like I get super discouraged and it's like I can't do that. I'm not gonna mess with that. Let me turn this off so I don't bother about it. But that's Grumpy's freaking problem, I guess. But I'm figuring all that out. And figuring that out, like I said, is what's helping me better myself anyway.
Cartridge covers glowing, a sight to behold. Grumpy's creations are worth more than gold. Shapes take form under steady hands, colors swirling like cosmic strands. Originals born from a mindful spring, every carbon a tale of creativity. Like and subscribe to the art of the grind.
But yeah, when I go to do a new project or something, if I've never done it before, that's kind of puts on the brakes. Because I don't know what my results are going to be, I guess. And so I fast and move and try to put off doing it. Learning that, like I said, that's what's helping me better myself. Uh-oh, I can't something mixed up. Okay, have a good day. Thank you for tuning in. Now you gotta go look up the Lamb's channel and watch some of that show from last night. You'll see a different side of Grumpy. You'll actually see Grumpy. I show off some of my work and everything that I've got going too. Almost got it drilled out, I think. Just trying not to roll it out the whole back and hit back out. Easy. Wheeling, I know that's got to be murder for y'all to very. It's just something you do offline once you know what you're doing. Because it takes a minute. I don't know how
I didn't mark that, so I don't put on home bag. I'm looking for the hardware. Not quite. Trying to see if I've gotten it drilled deep enough for those tubes. And I think I'm gonna have to. Gotta give myself a little more drill bit here. Extend the bit out a little more.
Grumpy shop is humming alive. Lathe spinning, carving dreams to thrive. Epoxy flows like rivers
Let me
that
turn this.
gleam.
Let's get it.
Turning roach clips into a smoky scene. Fingers
Need that thing on the foot pedal again.
wild, crafting one
Had my vacuum on the foot pedal right here at my lathe. I could just turn it off and on real quick. I gotta walk over
tools in tune, singing songs from
the other
above.
side of the room.
Medication rolled up tight tonight. Gotta get through, gotta feel just right. Like and subscribe, let the world know. Epoxy dreams make the
Ooh, that
energy
bit's hot.
glow.
I need to go in. Alright, have I? Okay, if I get it almost up to the shank right there, I'll be plenty far enough.
Lost in creation, it's a creative craze. Turning
Ooh, I got that tweezer kit I bet I can do now. Hot dog. I still can't do the lip balm kits that I got from Miss Francis. I have to get the right size drill bit yet. I don't have the proper bit for the insert on that. But I got the bushings for it though. That's the bushings. I ordered the bushings for them. I lost them at one point, but I found them again, so I keep them in my box. And then this is the bushings for the pins that I'm fixing to do. All right, what are we doing? All right, we got to get some noise collection going back. Well, hell, I think we'll be okay for that little bit. All right, let me back this in some so I have plenty of travel. Move that forward. We're bottomed out there, so I'll back off a little bit. Yeah, I talk to myself a lot, you know. Ooh, squeaky, squeaky. Here we go. Sorry, y'all. I would mute that, but I have to let go of stuff to do so. Damn, that doesn't matter. I have tinnitus, so my ears ring like that constantly. And said that ring right there. Ooh, not mine. Oh. Damn. Sorry, y'all. That maxes out the length of my lathe right there. My tailstock just about fell off the lathe bed. With that chuck on there, and then that length of that bit, and then this chuck, I about ain't got enough room. Let me show you. Ooh, there's the end of my lathe bed right there. The tailstock about to fall right off. That's why I want a bigger lathe. This is a nice little lathe to start with, but I definitely want a bigger lathe.
roach clips glowing in a UV haze. Twisting time captured in epoxy's blaze. Anxiety melts like snow in the rain. Chronic pain fades just the same. Grumpy's carving all night long.
It's warm.
Each piece hums its own sweet song.
All right, let's see if we can
Magic
get
in
that
the
out of
resin where
there.
the feelings grow. Welcome to the place where the epoxy flows.
Yeah, they have an extension for this lathe, but I don't see it feasible to put in the money for it. Now, if I was a little more handsy and was changing the motor to a bigger motor maybe, but this motor, it's good to start with, but it really just drags the motor down when you try to do bigger pieces. And it's a little brush motor, got brushes like you Dremel. So the more I drag it down, it starts burning those brushes up and everything. And that's what I did on my first motor, is I started getting a little heavy and doing more turning and stuff, and heavier stuff, and using this chuck more. So the more you use that chuck, and when you get heavy-handed, you also drag down on that motor more. And I burnt that first motor. I say I burnt the motor up. I don't think I messed the motor up. I just really need to get in there and clean it real good and blow it out real good before I put new brushes in there, so it don't screw up the little fingers. Because that's one thing, if you neglect the brushes like that, it starts wearing on them fingers that spin around on that motor, and then that's when your motor is unfixable. You know, so once I got to that point and it started sputtering real bad, I looked it up and it's like, okay, I can buy new brushes, but they're such and such. It's gonna cost me more for shipping than it does the brushes. And then a new motor was like 75 bucks. And I'm like, okay, well, that's gonna come with brushes in it. So I bought a new motor, and I think it was 2 sets of brushes. I have them pinned to the side of my box over here. Yeah, I got 2 sets of brushes and the new motor. So this is the new oops, sorry, hit the camera. This is the new motor. I got the old motor put up. I still just, like I said, I have to go through it and clean it real good. And put it together with a new set of brushes and see how it runs. And then do the same to this motor again. You know, if I get the new, I'm funny like that. I don't want to start messing with the brushes in this motor, and then this motor be messed up and I can't get it to run right unless I got something immediately to fall back on. So I'll doctor up the old motor and see how it goes. And then if I get it running good again, then I'll put it on this one again and then do the same. You know what I'm saying? Kind of refresh the motors back and forth so I constantly have a good one for the small lathe. But then at the same time, I can't stress that motor as bad. Let me suck up some of this dust. That's what I would like to do. If I get a larger lathe going, just keep this one set up and put some, make it like a sanding unit. Have some buffing wheels going on it. And then some sanding pads to go on. That's what I have to do. I haven't made any of those. I keep saying I have to do, but I got a to-do list a mile long. Don't always get on it. But I want to make a little sanding pad out of some wood that I can grab my chuck with right here, you know, and have some Velcro sandpaper on there. And Mr. Johnny's made himself one. I think I seen Steve with one, and I think his had a sanding pad, and I think he had some belt paper around the rim of it because he was sanding this way and buffing on it this way. There's a bunch of DIY stuff like that I can do, and that'll make this a dedicated system. I can even get a piece of all thread and grab with a chuck, feed it to my tailstock, and have separate wheels on there to buff everything. So I have different stages, you know, buff it. There's a, let's see, my roach clips polish up nice and they look super shiny, but I could make them a lot better if I had a good buffing system. You know, I did a lot of my sticks. If you look at them super close, there's still some little scratches and stuff on some of the bevels and everything. But if I had me a good buffing wheel, I know I would spend more time, kind of like how Bazzy said earlier with the OCD and polishing pads. That's what I'd be doing with those clips, you know, be buffing them out real good and use my lathe for that, and then have my other lathe, you know, making it still utilize it when I upgrade, for sure. Well, I guess this is the moment of truths. I get to see if the tubes are gonna fit or they're gonna fall out. Oh shit, turn it off over. Like you turn it on. I didn't drill completely through it yet, but it's in there. So I have to cut it off. Blood Chart, good morning. Oh, I forgot how to pronounce your name. I am bad on that. And we even went through it in chat and I got it correctly and I still forgot. O-I-A. O-O-O-O-M. Oh, goodness. Good morning, sir. Thank you for coming through. Raja, good morning, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, look at here, y'all. It ain't wallered out. It's loose, so I don't know how that's supposed to. It's supposed to be that loose. Because those are dang loose. So will that glue in and stay? Huh. So this is the first time for me doing this. I need to cut this. Let's see. What do we got right there? About an inch in. Good morning, or I'm sorry, not good morning. You are a good evening. Yes. I remember we went through and I talked it out and you said, yep, that's how you say it, but my dadgum brain cannot remember what we went through. And I just don't want to butcher your name. All right, let me see. I'm trying to, I gotta measure this out and see how much I need to cut off. So y'all get to learn with me, because this is my first time using anything like this. So we say 4 1/16. Right there, and that'll give us room to cut. Okay, let's see how straight I can get my daggum bandsaw to work this morning. I tell y'all, a daggum thing does not track straight for me to save my life. Yeah, I got some super glue. The super glue I got though, it's thin. I don't know if I would need a thick super glue or a medium super glue for that for it to grab better. The stuff I got's almost like water. I'll try it. All I can do is just give it a shot and see what happens. All right, fix and turn the dust collector back on. I have me a mark on this blank and I'm gonna try to cut it as straight as I can. I got a little sled, there you go, on the bandsaw that holds it when it's 90 degrees and whatnot. But so the blade is so thin and narrow, it likes to walk. So I try to go super slow so it doesn't still walk. It walks off to the rest of the bit. I've adjusted the wheel, everything. Anything I can put it through is just continue. Let's see how good we did. Fixing to move y'all back into the box. I gotta sit down and figure with this. What time is it? Okay, I got 7:30. Damn sure should have started this earlier. See, this is the mandrel that I'll put the blank on whenever I start turning. I'll have to cut it one more time. But what where did that go? Oh no, it stopped. I thought it fell out, but it stopped right there flush with the end. I'll glue one end right there and then glue the other end in right there and then cut her. I'll cut it first so I don't cut my tubes, but that's what I gotta do. One more cut, basically. Get this out of my way. And this is the part of the barrel trimming tools. Basically, you put the right size bit, I guess, for your blank, and then that end right there will cut. That's because when you glue that in, sometimes the wood might extend on the outer edge of the brass a little bit, and you can either sand it or use one of these trimmers on a drill and trim it. But we might just go with sandpaper if it's not that much to have to remove, so I don't booger anything up.
When the epoxy flows and the pain subsides, carving till dawn where the spirit glides. Anxiety melts in the UV light. Grumpy keeps carving all through the night.
Coffee is kicking in or something. Something's kicking me. My flipping fingers is I'm feeling jittery. I don't know if it's nerves because I'm nervous at this, because it's probably what it is. Tell you I'm crazy. I haven't done this before, so it's like I'm anxious and nervous and shit at the same stuff at the same time because I don't want to mess anything up. Right now it's just wood, but I don't want to mess the wood up. The wood was gifted to me, right? So I don't want to booger that. Alright, I gotta split this right here again, and I'll have my two sides. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one because my rake don't go, my fence, my slide for the bandsaw, I have to put a jig. That's what it. Oh, wait a minute, brain fart! I just figured it out. Okay, say this is, I got a 90 right here and I'm holding this and I'm pushing the piece back and forth under the blade. The blade's over here. This is too short, it wants to fall off. So I'm gonna put this in place, set this right there out there, and then it gives me a straight line to keep that straight. The caffeinated brain can come up with some stuff quick. That will work. All right, dust collection noise coming on. See, this is good. I babble to myself and talk stuff out like this all day. I sit in my little garage and I am by myself. I don't have nobody coming over hanging out with me or nothing, so yeah, I guess to keep from going crazier, my crazy ass talk to myself. I guess I better be careful, the wife might make her ask me. What you reckon? Yeah. I better stop.
Lighter cases with the neon spark. Roach clips charting through the dark.
All right. Moment of truth. Well, no, wait, I need sandpaper. You're supposed to scuff up the tubes. I have watched enough videos of people doing that. You're supposed to scuff that brass tube up a little bit to give that glue something to grab on.
Anxiety melts in the UV light. Grumpy keeps carving all
So
through
he
the
will
night.
do that. It's crazy how soft brass is.
Unique creations that tell no lies. Every twisted gem under unseen skies. The pour of resin.
Yeah. I got a guy coming up. When I was in the live the other day, and I told you I actually got a call from one of my cards. It was a guy that's came through at the dispensary when I was set up and talking to me about some colors that he liked. And unfortunately, I haven't made any more blanks since I've started going to the dispensary, and so I don't have any colors worked up like that. But he wants to get some how can I say it? Damn, brain fart. Custom colors. He wants to pick colors, 'cause I told him I can't control how the epoxy and colors, blend together when I pour the molds. That's the epoxy and the colors. It's a beast of itself, and it's you can try to dictate how you want it to work, but it's gonna do what it wants to do. And so I told him, it might not come out the way you want it swirled or whatever, but I can put the colors you want, and we see what nature does with it. And he was cool with that. And then he wants his gamer tag like etched into it. And I haven't done any detailed roach clips like that in a long time. And it's money, so I don't want to tell him no, I can't do it. But at the same time, it's been a hot minute since I've done any fine Dremel work like that on a roach clip. And he was wanting like a pot leaf on one side, all detailed up and then filled in a different color. And then his gamer tag on the other side, filled in a different color. And it's like, okay, that sounds awesome, but I don't know how well it's gonna work out. So, but he's gonna come up with a font that he wants, because I told him, I said, it all depends on the font size and how much room I got between lines and whatnot, and whether or not it's even feasible for me. And so he's gonna come up with a design that he likes and whatnot, font wise, and print that out and come up with a couple of different sizes, I guess, and then bring that to me on the 13th. And then I guess he's gonna look at the variety of sticks and shapes that I got and let him pick, an ideal shape, because then I told him that's another thing that, I can't guarantee, the shape of the stick, when I cut them, sometimes it just depends on what the wood's wanting to do, or even the epoxy at that point. That's what I don't like about doing commission pieces on the roach clips, because it's just, they vary, and then I just get more stressed when I know it's something that somebody's fixing to spend money on, regardless. And so it's, I want to glue my damn fingers together here. But yeah, I get nervous with it. All right, y'all, I'm procrastinating because it's like, it's do or die. I got to get this on there and get it pushed in there, and then it should sit in and just be inside the wood on both sides, and then that'll give me some room to sand her down flush. Up, see there. Hold on, I gotta let the pups out. Right when I was fixed to start dripping the glue on there, the dogs come out here. All right, big pups, let's go pee-pee. My back. Come on, go be good girl. Go be good boy, go. 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 Foggy again this morning. I'm glad I'm driving. He said he did good on his ride yesterday. That was his first solo trip by himself. He did not have no co-pilot, and he didn't wreck nothing, so I guess that's a positive. Uh-oh, we out of music. I heard music stop. What kind of wood do you think that is, Bazzy? That's that light color, like cherry or that other light color, not the maple, but it might be a piece of cherry because it's got that looks like that's gonna polish up and be kind of holographic right through there. That cherry does that in some spots. I don't know, not sure. What did you say earlier? Canary wood? Okay. If I'm jealous to send it out, right? Well, that's just it. There's stuff I do that I can't stand because I see the little bitty things that I need to step my game up on, but other people don't see it, you know, because I guess it's the eye of the artist or whatever they say. And then you are your worst critic. You know, I am bad. I'll beat myself up over my art, something fierce. Pepper, come on.
It's all pre-planned. Workshop sessions, creativity unplanned. Sky high with aliens take a stand. Like and subscribe. Join the vibe. Aliens in the workshop. Let's inscribe.
All right, y'all, I need to hurry up here. Not hurry, but I need to glue these tubes and then I need to shut down. Because I got to get ready to run him to class and I have to go by the shop on the way back from dropping him off. So I do need to get dressed and everything. I'm dressed, I'm just in my shop clothes. Wow, my dadgum studio feed is so behind. I'm still on the lathe spinning this stuff when I look behind me on the studio. Hey, Butler. Good morning, sir. Uh-oh. Hold on. What did I do? Back up.
Workshop whispers, tales of the beyond.
There we go.
Epoxy creations, infinite.
All right. Glue time. We got to do it to it.
Spaceship spawned, chronic pain fades, therapeutic dawn.
Okay, paper towel. I don't want to get glue all over my little spinny board there. I was proud of my little Lazy Susan. I need to find a way to make it mechanical. Hook a little motor into it or something. I just turn it on and adjust the speeds. There you go, that would be cool. I know you could buy crap like that, but if I got it, I'd rather repurpose it. There's the other tube. Okay, it's in the clink. I think I lost the tube already, y'all. Flip, here we go. Oh, I'm gonna glue my damn fingers. Oh, it's on my fingers, I can feel it. Get in there a little bit. Oh, it ain't going in there a little bit, it's there. Damn. Damn. All right, it's okay. Well, I was worrying if that was gonna actually hold on, and I think it's dry and holding on now. It ain't moving. Yeah, I don't want to bend the brass. The brass is soft. Hey, that worked, y'all. Hot dog. Ooh, a bunch of super glue on the end of my finger. I hate that. It makes me feel like my neuropathy's kicking in. Yeah, that's about how it feels. I can feel, but I can't feel. So it feels like there's something on my skin when there's nothing on my skin. That's what that glue. I don't like that, yo. Should have put some gloves on. That's what I should have done. Gloved up. see. Yeah, that is a good way to describe it. I never tried to describe it that way until just now. But when my fingers, I tell you, I always can't hardly tell how hard I'm squeezing. That's almost on a regular. But the sensitivity and feeling with my fingertips when my hands start to numb up, it's kind of like that. You know, if you ever got a good layer of glue or something over your fingers, and then you start touching with that, you can feel, but you can't feel. It's hard to describe it, but that's about how it feels when my hands start boogering me. All right, Starbond, I need y'all in my videos. When I see this one, I can see a little play on this end. I'm trying to push it through before it dries.
Roach clips, shiny dope soldiers a cope. Out of the haze came purpose and hope. Aliens nodding props to the craft, no hate. Epoxy vibes outlasted the hands of fate.
And then this is what I need that sanding wheel for. I can smooth that out right quick and get with it. But what I'm gonna have to do now, y'all, see, it's flush on this end pretty much, sticking in this side. And this is where I started, so this edge is looser anyway. So I wanted it to go in further. I should have drilled the whole blank out a little bit deeper and got a little deeper in with the insert. It would have been better, I think. I'll do that on the next one, but for now, that's not bad, y'all. I think I've done good for the first. This is part of the first. I wish I would have been recording this mess, but I didn't record it. But all right, I'm gonna let that dry, and then when I get home from running him to class, I'll probably get back. I don't know if I'll do a live trying to turn this or not, but or save this for tomorrow and try to do another one now. I don't know, but I got to shut down, y'all. I do got to do that so I can get ready. But that's cool, y'all. I'm excited for that. Everybody that made it last night to the show, thank you so much. And again, it was my goofiness for not even putting a community post up on my side. I should have done that, but to get a little more traction over there. But I didn't even think about it until after the show. But let me put my parts and pieces back up because I do not want to lose anything. This little kit that has all the tools to do the pins, that was about 70 bucks. I saved up and got that. Got a good starter set that had pretty much the barrel trimmer, the mandrel, all the good stuff that you need. Ouch, pinch my finger. Put all that up. Oh, I need these. Oh. This and then this. And which color did I start with? Okay, I guess this is going to be the silver hardware. Out of the haze came purpose and hope. Aliens nodding props to the craft, no hate. Epoxy vibes outlasted the hand. Should have went with gold. I can still change the hardware. I think gold would go better with that color, wood versus silver.
Grumpy spins the lathe, hand steady in the grind. Epoxy roach
once I got off of that last night, I didn't do much YouTubing at all. I had to eat, and then I wanted to have me a drink, but it was a little too late. I figured to try to do a drink, so I saved that for tonight. Grumpy will be in a good mood tonight, I reckon. I hope. I'm gonna try to be anyway. But yeah, come here. I do think that will work because the pin kits that I bought have black hardware, silver hardware, and gold hardware. And I think, here we go. I think that gold hardware would look better on that color wood. Gold or black. I think I want to save the black for the epoxy. There you go. Brain fart there. All I'm doing here is just
every turn, every twist holds a little more. Aliens floating,
I'll take the whole tube and pin kit out of that and swap it. That goes into that one. And that transmission goes into that one. And I put this into this one. And now we got a complete kit. That's all silver. That's what I can't wait is I'm not gonna have enough of them done, I'm sure, unless I zone out on doing them, but doing some pins for the 13th, that would be cool. But this pin already has a home, so we'll have to worry about that on the next ones. But yeah, that don't look bad, y'all. What do y'all think? The gold colored hardware for that color wood.
aliens floating, they dip in my sight. The mist curling thick in the soft workshop light.
I might get in trouble with one of them right now. Ooh, I hadn't hit a gentleman's club in a long time.
The therapy hum of machines as it begins. Turn the world into grooves. We twist in the vibe. Hit the bell like
But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come home and finish that pin with the gold hardware. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in, putting up with my crazy babble. I hope everybody has an awesome day. Stay awesome, stay laid back. Thank you so much for the support, y'all. It does mean the world to me right now. And I hope everybody is just as safe as y'all can be. Love you, family. Give everybody a big old hug, and I'll see y'all later. But again, stay awesome, stay laid back. Remember, my job to be grumpy, and God bless everybody.
Crafted cures where the resin drips. Epoxy roach clips, fingertips equipped. Medicated therapy, glow flows thick. Chronic pain fades, it's a real slick trick. Aliens in the smoke, shadows in the air. Floating through the space like I just don't care. Creating's how we heal, no pill compares. Anxiety dissolves, now time feels rare. Grumpy's laid back, carving for the soul.